All right, let's get right to it. No matter how rich you are, if somebody is writing that check, you don't have freedom of speech. I'm looking at what's happening with Kyrie Irving. Now, I'm not a sports guy, I'm a mindset guy, I'm a free thinker, I'm a businessman. I see certain individuals get on TV and say that Kyrie Irving should be suspended for sharing a link to a movie he didn't create that is related to racism. Maybe he should, maybe he shouldn't. It's not my argument. My argument is this: you have to understand that when you get in bed with any kind of job, corporate America, you don't have an opinion, especially if that opinion is in opposition of what corporate America is pushing. No matter how rich you are. See, a lot of people that are rich in money are not rich in life. Whew. Because you can be rich in numbers and be poor in spirit. What do I mean by poor in spirit? Poor in spirit is anytime you have a deeply held truth that you can't express, because if you do express it, you stand the risk of being canceled. You stand the risk of losing your income. You stand the risk of losing your lifestyle. And so many people have become accustomed to the lifestyle that they dare to speak a truth that is in opposition of the mainstream narrative. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, I'm not pro black, I'm not pro white, I'm not pro anything other than pro freedom. Now, on the flip side, someone like Kyrie Irving has to understand that when he signs a contract, he no longer has the right to live life the way he wants to live. That's the point of the contract. Essentially, your brand and your likeness belongs to the institution that you did a deal with. That's why they're giving you those millions. They want to control your brand, they want to control your likeness. And part of your likeness, unfortunately, is also what you do outside of the court or outside of the field. Now, I'm a big proponent of free speech. Hello. But at the same time, I also understand business. I also understand that if you get signed by Adidas, if you're Kanye West, and you carry on in life and you start embarrassing Adidas, if you start embarrassing Disney and make it look like Adidas is supporting you by saying the things that you're saying because they're funding you, I understand that are going to they're going to cancel their agreement with you, because that's not what you're saying in the public, is not what Adidas stand for. See, most people want to just chalk it up to racism. That's small thinking. They'll say, oh, they're canceling Kyrie Irving because they are racist, or they're canceling Kanye West because Adidas is racist. Adidas is not thinking about it from that standpoint. They're thinking about, hey, do we really want to back this guy? Do we really want to do business with this person that is speaking words that we deem to be hateful? Okay. It's the same choice that Nike made when they decided to back Colin Kaepernick. Okay. Adidas took a stance. They don't stand for what Kanye is saying. The NBA took a stance. They don't stand for what Kyrie Irving is saying. Okay. It's a hard decision to make, because on one hand, an individual should be able to express themselves freely. However, technically, that individual that's under contract is no longer in control of their own life in many ways. And if they say things or do things that is in opposition of the agreement that they made, then boom, it's off with your head. Case in point, I don't like when social media shadow bans or bans anyone. But hey, as a company, they have the right to kick anybody off of their platform that they want to. We can't help that you decided to build your entire life on our platform, but right now you are saying something that we don't agree with. Hey, that takes a big pair of pants to acknowledge and accept. Okay, for instance, I'm broadcasting on this platform right now, and as bad as it is, I stand the risk of being canceled if I say something that this particular platform doesn't agree with. What's the solution? The solution is I built my own platform, webassetgroup.com. Okay, so you have to understand that in every house that you go into, there are a set of rules. Okay. Every social media platform is equivalent to a home. When you go to somebody's home, everybody has a set of rules. That's what's so great about capitalism. Thank goodness the government doesn't make all the rules when it comes to certain things. Now, the government is influencing a lot of things that you are seeing being pushed on social media. However, it's still up to those companies to enforce or not enforce certain things. Case in point, Twitter was a very left leaning platform until Elon Musk just bought it and opened the floodgates. And now they're saying, oh, since Elon Musk is supporting free speech on Twitter, the N word has gone up 500% on the platform. Well, of course it's gone up 500% on the platform. It's not because it's not because everyone is now all of a sudden racist. Those people were saying that already. It's just that the algorithm was suppressing it. It's equivalent to when you open the floodgates on a vessel. Okay, obviously the water that's inside of the vessel is gonna flow out. That's the same thing with these sapsuckers that are using racial slurs on the internet. You got to be able to think outside of your emotions. You see, I've learned to analyze things outside of my emotions. That's why I always say you can't really say anything that offends me because I don't care about things like the N word. That doesn't bother me. It literally means nothing to me. That's equivalent to someone speaking a foreign language that I don't understand. You could cuss me out in a foreign language. I wouldn't know what you were talking about. I'll sit there and just probably laugh at you. Well, that's the same way I feel about racism and the N word and things of that nature. So, summing it all up, you have to understand that if you don't own the platform, you have no control over the rules that the platform puts in place. And that's related to your job. That's related to you if you're in the NBA or if you are a meteorologist on a news network or whether you're just posting on social media. If you don't own the platform, then guess what? You don't make the rules. It's common sense. And that's why I'm always saying, master yourself. It's Robbie Cornelius. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you like common sense, if you like inspiration, if you like daily motivation, subscribe to the channel. I would love to get your subscription. Master yourself.